Hello everyone, welcome back to another 1v1 multiplayer battle. I am bringing the Wood Elves for this one, and we're facing off against the Empire. My army here is going to be a Glade Lord on a Forest Dragon. I'm trying out another Forest Dragon. We also have a group of Hawk Riders, a Great Eagle, and then we have the Life, Spellslinger of Life on an Eagle as well. Back here waiting is going to be 2 Treekin. We have 4 Eternal Guards with shields, and then 2 normal Glade Guard. The normal Glade Guard are there to destroy Crossbowmen and Riflemen, which my opponent did bring. We have 2 of each of those. You have a Warrior Priest, an Empire Captain. They are being led by, where are you? The General of the Empire right there. The front line is of Spearmen and Shield, or Swordsmen. And then we also have back here the Zentner's Reichsguard, the Knights of the Blazing Sun, and then a Great Cannon right here. My Lord is going to be sniping the Great Cannon, trying to take out some of the actual models. And you see we've already taken out one of them. So that's really good for us. We did take some hits there, but that's okay. We have the Spellslinger of Life. We also have the Potion of Toughness on her, so we can get her some hit points if we need it. And I'm going to try my best to hit them from multiple angles. Of course, we have the archers here, and then we're going to have her, and they're going to be kind of all over. This is a very long battle. They're going to be all over the place, hitting the Great Cannon, and then we're also going to be trying to snipe the Jade Wizard back here. You can see I did some damage to them, and we're continuing to try and do some more damage to the Great Cannons. The other player, the Empire player here, is trying to advance their lines to push us away. Do my best to dodge all of these shots. We do have a greater range with the bow than these units do. And I'm trying to micromanage that. At the same time, micromanaging these forces over here to get in behind the Empire player as they are trying to, well, deal with my Glade Lord. So you can see here they are starting to adjust their formation to try and, I guess, counter my flying forces over here. A couple shots from the Rifleman going down. We have, I believe, a Earthblood being cast by the Jade Wizard on this Great Cannon and the, the Jade Wizard itself. The thing is, though, that will not bring back the cannon, but it will bring back the hit point damage you've dealt to, I'm assuming, the actual other cannon models, because the healing magic does heal steam tanks, too, so I'm guessing it does heal Great Cannons. So there we go, we're going to try and snipe them again, but unfortunately those magic missiles did not actually hit the model of the cannon, so they still have 2 in play. I want to knock this thing down to 1, and then I'm going to ignore it. Because 1 cannon out of 3 is not that bad to deal with, but I do want to try and take out the second one, and then we're going to focus on the Jade Wizard. And just kind of keeping my forces mobile, keeping the enemy player trying to have to react, and there we go, the second model went down for the Great Cannon. I should be switching my fire now here to the Jade Wizard next, because they are a squishy target. Meanwhile, my army's just going to sit back here. It's here for supporting and final engagements if needed. Later on in the battle, I am going to move up the army, though, and we're going to engage with the Glade Guard at some point. Back here, we're trying to get some rear damage in on the Zentner's Reichsguard, which is a unit that I am currently really fearing with our current army composition. Meanwhile, the enemy player is going to turn around their forces and start shooting into the Hawk Riders. We will be casting a heal spell on them at some point. I don't know if I do it now or maybe I do it later. And then over here, we'll be doing some more damage against the Glade Lord, sniping them with the, against the Jade Wizard, sniping them with the Glade Lord. And there's going to be another heal spell going down on the, that's our Prey of Aneth Ray. There is going to be another heal spell, I believe, going down. There it is. There's the heal spell. So we're going to pin him in place. They're going to take more range fire, and we're just going to keep sniping them. The enemy player is going to respond by bringing these 2 up to try and hit our Glade Lord again. And then we're going to come in behind them and then attack them with the Hawk Riders. We're just going to be doing this skirmishing battle for kind of a long time. So I'm just going to kind of fast forward this here. And then the other 2 are going to respond to the Hawk Riders. We're going to then heal them at this point. Let's see if they actually lost any of their models. No, they still have all the models left. So they're going to be healed back up to full. The Glade Lord still has quite a few hit points left to regenerate as well, so that's great. And we have dealt a decent amount of damage to the Jade Wizard, who's healed themselves up twice now. But we're still going to go after them if we can. We got to get into a new position, though, because we're getting harried by the Riflemen and the crossbows. You can see we're taking a lot of damage there. Ammunition is down to half, so we're going to come back with here and try to assault them with our Hawk Riders. And then the Riflemen are going to get in position before we can actually fire, so we're going to have to try and dodge those shots. Glade Lord, in the meantime, was getting shot over here, trying to do what we can to get that Jade Wizard. And now, when we're having the enemy distracted back here, I'm going to move up my 2 Glade Guard, who again outrange the crossbows, and we're going to get into the crossbows and Riflemen over here with the Glade Guard. And I'm just doing my best to micromanage and hitting them from every angle that I can to try and disrupt and confuse the enemy player. Now we're going to pull back since the crossbows are now in range. And then we're going to hit them again with the Glade Lord. We're just flying overhead with these units just to distract them. We're going to be bringing up the Hawk Riders again to hit them on the flank. And we're still trying to snipe the Jade Wizards. You can see we have them almost killed. The Glade Lord has almost sniped them. And then we're going to do a new position here. We did another salvo onto the crossbows. And we're just trying to keep out of range of the crossbows and use our superior range here. Now we're going to pull these guys out, and we're going to get the Glade Lord back in because these two units are, these two units were concerned about these guys. So it's this crossbow. So now we're open to fire into that Jade Wizard who has run into the front line. So that's what we're going to be doing. We net him down again, and then we're going to do a salvo with the Glade Guard, I believe, on the Jade Wizard to try and finish them off because we now have to run with the Glade Lord because all these rifles are facing her. And you can see we've actually regened through almost all of her regenning pool at this point. We only have a little bit left, 100 left. So we have healed up a lot of damage. All this ammunition you see spent on these units, we've basically healed up through our Spell Singer and potions. So there we go. Trying to finish off the Jade Wizard here. We do have them routing in a routing state, which is great, but they are currently pinned. And then we're going to hit them with the flank again with the Hawk Riders into the Riflemen into the backs. And then we're going to have to pull back. And this is a lot of micromanaging, man. It's a lot of it's difficult to piece these people to pieces is what I'm trying to do here. So there we go. The Jade Wizard is now coming back from routing, so we're going to have to send the Glade Lord up one more time and try and finish them off. And we're currently withdrawing, trying to kite the enemy army back, picking them off little by little as we can. You see we've done some damage to this Rifleman group and to the crossbows with our Glade Guard. And there we go. The Jade Wizard has finally been sniped, so they no longer have access to the Life Lore. Still 10 minutes left, and now we're getting hit again with another thing of rifle gunfire because I was micromanaging our army again and then moving our Hawk Riders into another position to start hitting them in the backs once again. Because you can see we moved up our Glade Guard to start assailing their riflemen and their crossbowmen, and just more skirmishing fire. Doing what I can, in and out, in and out. And then they come up and they fire into the backs. But you see we are taking some damage here. I'm not fast enough on the micro to pull them out of the range of these riflemen. You can see it. Their lines, it's really faint actually, but we're still in range of the riflemen right here. But we are hitting them with the Glade Guard. Enemy line is now going to start to move up towards us, so we're going to have to pull back eventually. I didn't really want to run these two in because there's just so much here. There wasn't really a clear target for those two to come in and fight yet. So there we go, withdrawing. We're getting another heal spell on the Hawk Riders. And I believe this is when the enemy army is going to actually charge me. We're currently kiting back because we still have ammunition on our Glade Lord and our Hawk Riders that we need to spend. And now since this army is moving away from their lord, I thought about maybe attacking the General of the Empire and sniping them, but there's still so much here. Decide against it in the end. But we are going to get our Force Dragon and our another Hawk or Eagle over here to support if we need it. And you can see we're just taking a lot of shots from these rifles again as I was trying to move this entire force into one group. Now our Spell Singer is taking some shots from the crossbows, and the problem here is that we can no longer heal on the Glade Lord. We have healed all that we can, unfortunately. Doing some more shots with the Hawk Riders. And I believe right now I'm moving up my army, and now moving the back. It's a lot of movement, a lot of micromanaging for a very skirmish heavy army like this, especially when the enemy has all of these ranged units to fight you back with. But we've almost destroyed this handgunner. We're going to hit them with the Prey of Anathrema just so we can do some more damage with these Glade Guard, who have already chewed through almost half their ammunition. And they really haven't done that much because their ammunition store is pretty low when compared to other units. It's only 18. Most others are, I think, around 22, and that's kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. So now we're going to come back in with the Hawk Riders, do some sniping damage on those riflemen as they run away. Trying to pull away from those crossbows. More skirmishing. It's a long battle. Listen, skirmishing takes a while. And this player really never got frustrated and just charged before they were ready. I think now they are starting to charge again, or move up again at least. And they were just totally cool with using their range to fight me off. Straight away! We are tireless! Now we're pulling back our Glade Guard behind the safety line of our Eternal Guard and where our Treekin are waiting. Glade will come back up. Now we're going to start sniping, I think, these crossbows again. We're going to do a quick charge to the Hawk Riders because they are isolated currently. But we are going to get shot at by these riflemen or these handgunners who came back. I believe they were riding for a little bit. Glade Guard going to be firing into the sides of these crossbows, I think. And now we're going to, we did our damage, we're going to pull out, hit and run the tactics. Meanwhile, we're still coating this rifleman with some Glade Guard fire, but again, it's really not doing as much as I would want it to do. So this is me kind of testing out the Glade Guard. You usually bring the Glade Guard with the Starfire shafts because they are armor piercers and they're just more... They're just better because they can hit any target in the game. But for these to be super effective, I think you would need to bring at least 3 of them. Because they're really not doing that as much damage as I want to. And the idea here is to just snipe all their ranged and then do rear charges on their backline when our front line meets theirs. That's the idea. But to do that safely, we need to get rid of the range so that we're not getting shot in the back. So our Hawk Riders, Force Dragon, and all of our flying can hit the back line and be safe from these guys. But now we're almost out of ammunition here, and we have not done quite as much damage as I wanted to. Glade Lord is almost out of ammunition here. Empire player moving up a little bit more. I believe I start charging their backline here. Not sure why I hit the... Oh, we're going to focus them down with the Glade Guard, that's why. Because they take more missile damage with that net is on. So now we're getting our Treekin up in position because I'm not going to kite back anymore. We're going to accept this fight if the Empire player wants it. Because it's been 15 minutes and, well, this fight needs to end one way or another. You can see I'm taking more damage with the Glade Lord here, unfortunately. And we have not really weakened the Empire front line at all. So we really need to do some kind of charges here. They do still have their Knights of the Blazing Sun, though, and they do also have the Zentner's Reichsguard back here, which is problematic because I don't have any cav. I think right here we're casting Regeneration. Yes, we're casting Regeneration right there. And now we're going to move our flying units into the back line. And we're going to try and kill these riflemen. And we're also going to try and kill the General of the Empire and snipe their leadership at this point. The Glade Lord I'm trying to keep safe, I think. I try to keep her out of the fight. Force Dragon, I decided to pull back over here because we need assistance in the front line. So we're going to slam their left flank with the Force Dragon charge. There we go. Glade Guard is now basically out of ammunition. You can see the Zentner's Reichsguard are coming over here. The Knights of the Blazing Sun are coming from the other side. We routed the group of handgunners there. I'm just trying to continue to shut down these archers and gunners in the back. And then we're going to focus on the General of the Empire. Force Dragon is now trying to stop the charge of these Knights of the Blazing Sun. And they managed to do that. We're pulling our Treekin over here along with some Eternal Guard to try and shut them down. Meanwhile, our right flank is going to be totally crushed by these Zentner's Reichsguard. Because again, I didn't bring any of the Wild Riders this time because we focused so heavy on Cav or on Air Force. And there we go. My Glade Guard is, or my Glade Lord is going to be shot down by the handgunner and finished off for good, which is a mismicro on my part. I should have just kept her out of the battle at this point. You can see I'm trying to deal some damage to their leadership here. I'm trying to kill their General of the Empire, but they are being very resilient considering there is a giant Forest Dragon, and I had Hawk Riders, a Great Eagle, and then our Spell Slinger in there, but he barely took any damage at all. Forest Dragon, fortunately, is getting a couple good hits here now, finally, but the initial charge of my Air Force did not do really shit against the General of the Empire, which is kind of surprising. Very surprising. Meanwhile, back here, my front line really needed my Air Force to do rear charges to actually have any kind of chance of surviving, but instead we got rear charged by the Zentner's Reichsguard, and the Knights of the Blazing Sun, I believe, are still... there they are. Roaming around. I expected our Air Force, since I had so many units in the Air Force, to be able to clean this up really quickly, but no. I misjudged the amount of time it would take. Plus, these guys are not, like, routing for good. They are near death, but they just refuse to route for good. Doesn't also help that my Glade Lord is dead. So now my front line is mostly all but shattered. We do have a Treekin there who's almost about to break. We have one more Treekin out here who's already routing, but they will come back briefly. And we're still back here trying to take out their gunners and their leadership. Their General of the Empire is... Where is that? Did we kill him finally? Are we routing him right? There we go. We're routing him off for good with the Forest Dragon. And now we're trying to get on their remaining riflemen, their handgunner. And then also we're going to go on their Warrior Priest. Getting shot by the single cannon that is still remaining. Going to do a charge on these crossbows. Getting our Treekin over here because, well, there's no point in them being over at this area anymore. And here we go, still trying to kill their back line, and it's taking forever. Honestly, just taking forever. These, like, look at this unit, 500 hit points, and these handgunners are they're not routing for good. I really expected the back line to crumble under the weight of our Air Force here, but they will not route for good. There we go. We finally get another charge, and they're going to route for good there that time. Forest Dragon was over here. I'm trying to kill these handgunners. The General of the Empire, I believe, is almost routed off the field, which is going to give them a hit to their leadership. And now we're going to converge on this Warrior Priest who's out here. But even if we kill that Warrior Priest, like, the writing's on the wall here. They still have leadership over here with the Empire Captain, and they have a lot of their melee left. They still have the Zintler's Reichsguard left. I'm trying to get my Treekin over and around here to support my fight, but it's not looking good. We're going to converge this Warrior Priest, try and kill him. But, again, not looking too good. We're going to get charged by those Knights of the Blazing Sun. Treekin are now going to crumble. Hawk Riders I had left on this unit for far too long, which is another mismicro on my part. You fight for 20 minutes straight doing nothing but hardcore microing of units moving forward and backwards. It starts to wear out, at least on me. So there, by the end, my micro was really faltering because I was just kind of losing my control over everything, and then we're going to lose to the Empire here. The player did say, hey, congrats for playing the Wood Elves the way they're supposed to be, and I'm like, thanks. I got crushed, but thanks for complimenting me trying to play them in a skirmishing way. Did not work this time. So good game to our opponent, Lord Mar here. Glade Lord, 47 kills is not that amazing, though she did snipe a Jade Wizard, which is cool. The front line held off, I guess, as long as it could. These two Glade Guard, only netting 38 kills each, is not nearly good enough. Again, I was testing them out here, and they just did not perform the way I wanted them to. The Great Eagle, 31 kills is not bad. The Hawk Riders, I was expecting them to do a lot of... I was expecting them to charge the General and do BAM. Like, that's it. And then we would just shatter their leadership. That was the only chance I could have of winning. Because the front line, like, all these troops over here, their morale's not that great. So if you can crush their leadership, then you can just start terrorizing them with the Forest Dragon and the rear charges, and you can maybe rout all the infantry. That's what I was going for, but it didn't work. Treekin couldn't hold up against all the weight of everything at them. And then the Forest Dragon... this thing is 2,000 gold, man, and it got a couple good hits in on that General of the Empire. I'll say that. Is it worth 2,000 gold, though? I don't know. I think I'd rather much have a Wild Rider, and then maybe another Archer or something else besides the Forest Dragon. At least for my style of play. Hell, even I think a Treekin, like an Ancient Tree Man, is probably better than the Forest Dragon, and that thing is 400 gold less. So I don't know about the Forest Dragon. I tried him out, though. But I also lost, so maybe that is influencing my perspective of the Forest Dragon. For Lord Mauer, let's see, kills here. The front line did pretty good against my elves. Their handgunners and crossbowmen did focus down my Glade Lord to death, so... They did a lot of work there. Zintler's Reichsguard, I had not much to stop them there. 116 kills is brutal. And the Great Cannon we kind of shut down there, but it was not enough. Too many forces here for my poor small front line to handle. Maybe if I had a couple War Dancers instead, maybe. But like still, getting charged by the Reichsguard and the Knights of the Blazing Sun would have been death for them too. Because I don't really get the Azerite Spear. I don't think they're that amazing. But the normal War Dances I think are pretty cool. So getting a game to Lord Mauer. We'll watch a cinematic view of this. I'm trying to think what part of this we're going to watch. I guess the very end. Because it's not that exciting, I think, to watch 17 minutes of the script. Like, I almost didn't even show this battle. Not because I lost, but just because it's a 20-minute battle and 15 minutes of that is me flying around and doing skirmishing. Which visually may not be that... Get him, elves. Watching this battle again, I think I focused way too much on trying to kill the archers and handgunners. I should have focused on their cav, but I did not respect the cav enough. I knew that I had a bunch of spearmen. I had the Treekin who are pretty resilient, even to cav, but yeah, that should have been what I focused on. Oh man, you poor elves. Dirty Empire using armored horses. What kind of magic is this? Horses don't come armored. Come on. What are horses even? Why aren't these stags? dirty Empire tricks. Tricksy Empire. Get out of here. With your horses and your plates of metal. Luckily at this point the Glade Guard at least had used all their ammunition, so that's a positive, I guess. It is cool how they fire in melee. That's pretty sweet. They did look pretty cool, though. If we had a forest nearby, that would have been great for my treekin. Because then we at least wouldn't have to worry too much about the cap charge. But, alas, no real forest. I guess there's a little grove of trees over there. Only if there was like a spell. Like in Warcraft 3, what's that hero that can turn trees into treants? Can't remember their name. If we had that guy here, we could just turn all these trees against the Empire. Just get a bunch of ancient treemen. I don't think there's much left at this point.
It shall be done.
Get him, Eagle.
The gods have abandoned us.
Or instead of the Forest Dragon, if you want to go Air Force, maybe just get 2 more Hawk Riders or 2 more Eagles. Maybe that'll be better. It's a bloody bird. Bite him in half. Oh no. No! Get off the eagle. Run! Save Frodo! Let's go save Frodo! That bird lived. Canon. Right now, that bird lived. They made it out and went to go save Frodo. In fact, they're the ones who like actually carried Frodo. This bird, this majestic bird, went on to be MVP of Lord of the Rings. So not all is bad with this battle. It didn't all end bad, at least not for that bird. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you all next time. Take care.